My mum's just had to answer the door without any makeup on whatsoever. She will be absolutely mortified right now. I'm filming this without her because she hates being on camera without makeup so much, and we're going to do a full face of makeup today. She didn't answer the phone without makeup, or that's what my dad used to say. So this is this is quite a big thing for her. So my mum is going to an event, a very beautiful wedding at the end of May. And because of that, we've been out and we've treated my mum to some new makeup. And today we're going to be trying that makeup and creating a look that will last from morning through to the evening to perfection. So my mum has a couple of things that she would like. She wants to look natural, not overdone, but she does want a really pretty eye look. She wants to feel special. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get her in here. Okay, I'm going to put some concealer on first, just to cover any discoloration. When you have discoloration or any sort of imperfections on your face, you're likely to apply too much of something, and that includes eyeshadow. So usually I apply eyeshadow straight after concealer, and I'm not going to do that today either. I'm going to put the foundation on your skin,
okay,
to make your skin perfect before going in with eyeshadow, because I want the eyeshadow to look beautiful but natural. My mum's already got skincare on, by the way, everyone. We're not skipping skincare, we're not skipping skin prep at all. SPF is already on. And can we just take a second to look at how beautiful my mum's skin is? I've been gobsmacked this morning how poreless and flawless your skin looks without any makeup whatsoever. And I know you hate being on camera without makeup.
I hate being without makeup, regardless.
So very, very sparingly applying that concealer around the eye area. Hardly any. I've not put any out here or around the nose area, but I am applying it on the back of my hand because I want it to start drying down before it hits the skin, because that way it sits nicer on the skin and it looks more natural and you get a little bit more coverage.
I think I apply it too roughly and too quickly.
Probably. But everybody is the same. First thing in the morning, you just want to get your makeup on. Unless you're like me that likes the whole process. I do like to spend a while getting ready in the morning. I think the brush as well is really important, because if you use a really dense brush for your concealer, you're almost definitely going to get too much on. Whereas this one is the N16 brush from BK Beauty. This is the Nicola Rose brush, and you can see how feathered it is on the end. And you can just coat the ends of the bristles and just stipple that on, and you get hardly any on the skin.
That's my second mistake then, because I've got one that's in my makeup bag now. It's really quite a dense one.
I like to take my time with concealer because it makes so big a difference. I mean, your skin looks perfect now. You don't have any dark circles. I could leave you like this and just go on with the eye look. I know that's not what you want, so that's not what we're going to do today, but I always think it's worthwhile taking time with the things that really matter, and then everything else goes on so quickly.
You're right, actually. I rushed that bit, I must admit. That's why, you know, I need to take my time a bit more, don't I?
Just with this bit. So just make sure that that's pushed into the skin really beautifully. It's going to look much more natural if you take your time and just push that in.
And if I was having a stay-at-home day, I could just put bronzer on the top of that now.
You could easily.
And a bit of blush.
Easily. Bit of mascara. Lipstick. You never go anywhere without lipstick.
Nope.
No. Foundation. Today we're going to be using Decipher, and you actually got your own colour match from them last week.
Yes.
And it took 24 hours to get here.
Did.
I couldn't believe how quick this actually was. So you stand in front of a window and you have your laptop or your iPad or your phone, you do a face scan, and they send you out a personalised shade match that is spectacular, and you can customise it depending on what you want for coverage or finish on the skin. So we've gone for a natural finish. We've gone for something with a medium coverage because I know that's your preference. And the shade match, already tested it this morning, is absolutely phenomenal. Once again, I'm going to go in really sparingly and take a small brush and just place it where we need it.
I'd never have thought to use a brush that small.
I just like to get very little on the skin. I'm not one for dotting on the skin first. You don't want it to go cakey, shiny, heavy throughout the day. The more product you apply, the more chance that there is of that happening. So I just like to feather it on. And again, this is going to take longer. It does take more time. And next tip, always have a sponge. That can be a dry sponge, a damp sponge. It just takes off any excess. So if you feel like you have applied a bit too much, just go over with a sponge and that will take off the excess. Now, you don't have any dry flaky patches today, which you have had. I have dry flaky patches today. So if you do have dry flaky patches on the day of the wedding, you just want to tap. Don't swipe, because it will flick up any of that dryness. In fact, it'll probably flick up dryness you didn't even know was there. So if you just tap, then you won't disturb any dryness. And this foundation as well, a lot of the Decipher foundations are really quite moisturising and hydrating. So you won't have any issues with the actual foundation formula. And also, we mentioned this earlier, didn't we? So Decipher are also doing some foundation drops, so you can mix those in with your moisturiser first thing in the morning and create your own customised tinted moisturiser, which probably would be great for you on a normal, on everyday basis. Wow. This foundation is beautiful.
Good.
It sinks into the skin, and because it's the exact shade, you don't have to do very much blending. I'm not going to have to blend this down the neck, so it means on the day of the wedding you're not going to get anything around your collar. So perfect. And I know you don't put things on your forehead because you have a fringe.
Yes. Why are you doing it?
Now, I've hardly got any foundation on your face whatsoever.
Really?
But you've got a really natural, even coverage. We can always apply a little bit more concealer if you feel like you need to brighten or take out any other discoloration. But I want to leave it like that for now because I don't want to go overboard.
Okay.
If you just turn your head to the side, Mum, look how good that shade matches. I've not gone anywhere near the neck, and I've not even gone all the way up to the ear. I've just placed the foundation where you need it. You haven't got a mask on.
It's great, isn't it?
And it looks unbelievable. Probably one of the nicest foundations I've seen on you for a really long time.
Really?
Because it just matches perfectly. Right. Brows. And I know you don't focus massively on brows, but I think for an all-day look, you need to define the brows a little bit. So I'm not going to go in with anything expensive because I know it's not worth it for you to have something that's really expensive on your brows. So once again, the trusty NYX micro brow pencil in the shade ash brown is coming out. And I'm literally just going to feather that through your brows just to give them a little bit more definition, and that is it.
Even I would do this for a special occasion.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Now, you don't have to be neat with this at all because you get it on and then you turn the pencil around. There is a spoolie on the other end and you just brush through the brows and it softens everything and makes everything look more natural. You don't want your brows to look drawn on. It just ruins the entire look.
It's a godsend, that spoolie, isn't it?
Oh, really, really is. Because you can make so many mistakes with the pencil. You don't have to have a steady hand. The spoolie will sort everything out. Let's get some eyes on. We are using luxury and affordable for this eye look. First going in with the Kiko long lasting eyeshadow stick, which is, I think, is absolutely superb. So easy to use. I don't think you'll have any problems, and it's 24 hours with no transfer. So even if you start to touch it throughout the day, it shouldn't come off.
Okay.
So if you keep your eyes open for me, Mum. I need to know where the skin falls, and I think this is where a lot of people go wrong when they're applying eyeshadow, and then their eye tends to look like it's drooping a little bit. So if you just pop the pigment where you actually want to be able to see it.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to be a lot, just a small amount.
Is that the same colour?
Yep. It's a really nice taupey brown shade, which is universal, and it really does bring out your eyes. It's beautiful. Again, you don't need to be super precise because we can always clean this up with a bit of concealer at the edges. So if you blend it out a little bit too much, or you feel you've got a little bit too much on in certain areas, concealer or a little bit of foundation in those areas will really tone that down. We're using my favourite, Lisa Eldridge, one that's going to stick and not move. So a great, great product to have on. Oh, it just sings to me, this one.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's absolutely glorious.
And you only need a little bit.
The tiniest amount will give you that beautiful metallic sheen that's not glittery and sparkly, so it's not going to accentuate any crinkles, wrinkles, any crepiness that you might have. But I am definitely not saying that you can't wear glitter when you hit a certain age, because that's just not what I would ever say. But you want this to be toned down a little bit but still look beautiful. So a lot of the time I don't go underneath your eyes generally, but for a special occasion I'm going to, and I'm going to do it with the exact same shadows that we've used. So something quite metallic-y, a little bit sparkly. I just think it adds something really special.
Okay.
And people will be looking at you thinking, you've done something different, but I'm not quite sure what it is. And I always like that. So the Kiko right in that very outer corner. Taking a finer brush.
I better get my brushes sorted out, hadn't I?
Clean them, Mum, clean them.
I have got clean brushes, Jem. I did them last week.
Oh, well done.
But I've also got new brushes that I don't use, like these ones that you're using now.
Okay, so the Lisa Eldridge, which is the shade Emily, I'm going to pop on with a pencil brush because I don't want to get too much of this on. Look up for me, Mum. I think this is also the nice thing about an eye look. You don't need to use 10 different products. Just the way that you use the products in a slightly different way will make them look slightly different.
I'll have to practice.
Just adds a little bit of sparkle, but nothing too major. I am going to add some more definition on the top. Now, you've got really beautiful bluey green eyes. And to make that sparkle a little bit more, to really bring out the colour of your eyes, I found in my cupboard the NARS Total Seduction eyeshadow stick in the shade Mind Games, which is a browny purple. Purple is the thing that will make your eyes absolutely pop, but I don't want it to be really purple.
Yeah.
I just want it to be subtle. So really, really get it on the brush.
Yeah.
You can overcoat your brush.
Yeah.
It's fine. The NARS ones as well are the same sort of stick as the Kiko. Very easy to blend out and they will stick, so no moving at all. I'm going to do the same right on that outer edge, just right down at the bottom for not even 3 millimeters, literally just connecting the dots because it makes a world of difference. And I'm going to blend it out, soften it off.
That's really lifted the eye, hasn't it?
Yep, just bringing that out slightly, and then I'm going to soften it off with my finger because we don't want a really harsh line, but we want the illusion of a lifted eye. So I'm just going to pat that to soften. Don't want to look like you've got loads of eye makeup on.
No.
But it's still lifted. It's just softened. And the same on the other side. So I'm going to use the same eyeshadow stick from NARS in Mind Games. And my mum always likes to do a tight line, not only on the waterline, but also on the upper waterline as well. About a third of the way across, would you say, Mum?
I would say almost to here.
Almost half
and across.
the way.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the same shade because I think it will really help to bring my mum's eyes out. So my mum's going to put her own mascara on because you're far better at it than me. I'll end up poking you in the eye or something with it. Using the Vive Modern Mascara. Is it Modern Mascara? There isn't. No, Icon Mascara. There is a Modern Mascara, I believe. But this one is the Icon Mascara. It's my personal favourite. I absolutely love it because it gives length, it gives volume in abundance. And for me, it holds a curl. Now, you don't like to curl your lashes,
No.
do you? It goes through you. And to be quite honest, you don't need to curl your lashes.
No, I don't suppose I do really, do I?
You've got really lovely long lashes, whereas mine are really straight, so I do need to curl mine. The only thing I would say is try and be very careful with your bottom lashes. Don't apply too much on those bottom lashes. You literally want a lick.
That's it.
Yeah, perfect. If you apply too much on the lower lashes, it casts a shadow underneath your eye and can make you look like you have dark circles when actually we've completely eradicated the dark circles with the concealer. We didn't use colour corrector today because my mum doesn't need colour corrector. If you need colour corrector, you might want to use it, but I wanted to use as little amount of products as physically possible because the less we apply, the better the makeup's going to look after 8 hours. Although I think my mum's under eyes look absolutely superb, I just want to brighten them a touch, like a smidge. So I'm taking my Chanel concealer. You do not need to use this concealer. You can use any concealer that you like that's slightly brightening. And I'm literally putting that much on. I'm just going to brighten the inner corner and just underneath there. And it will disguise the fold because anything lighter pushes forward. So if you have puffy under eyes, you definitely don't want to do this because it will make them look even more puffy. You need something slightly deeper. But if you have slightly sunken under eyes, just adding the tiniest amount. And I'm not saying all underneath the eye, just in this inner corner, just brightens up the area. Blush. Not going to use any bronzer today because the foundation is such a perfect shade for you. We don't need to add that. I don't think you need any bronzing at all. I'm actually going to use a Revolution blush. This is the Bouncy Blur. It does have a little bit of radiance to this, so if you have really large pores or a lot of texture on your skin, you might want to go for something slightly more matte. But you have 0 pores, you have perfect skin. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit and then we're going to layer this up. It's got a bit of a gold shimmer underneath this, but it's very, very faint. Look how subtle that is, but it's so pretty. This is another thing that people forget, and I'm also guilty of forgetting this step. If you want your makeup to look flawless, if you want to have a really even blend, dab a little bit of blush right underneath the eye, right underneath. It not only adds to the colour correction, but it adds to the overall blend. So once you've done that, we're not going to leave it like that. We get a little bit of powder. This is a new one from Vive. This is the Modern Powder Perfector in the shade Light. Never tried this before, so we'll see. And I'm getting my N14 Nikki LaRose brush. This is so fluffy and nice. So really packing the powder on the brush and then knocking it off. And I'm going to go right from that under eye and blend down. So we're blending that little bit of blush in with the concealer. No lines on the face, just beautiful cheekbones. The concealer that we used earlier on does not need setting in place, but I always do anyway. But with the tiniest amount of powder, you want to pack it on your brush and then knock everything off and just leave what's left in your brush to just dab that on. I'm also going to go round the corners of the nose, which I know is another problem area of yours. Top lip, which always gets a bit shiny.
Yeah.
And chin. I'm not using a powder puff today. I'm just using what's left on the brush. I want it to be as natural as possible. Don't want it to look powdery. This is really nice, actually. So, you don't usually apply a lip liner?
I used to all the time, and then I just got out of the habit. But for something special, I would just throw everything at it, to be honest.
Now, I don't know if this shade is still available. This is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. Peekaboo. So, I don't think you need a lot on the bottom. In fact, I don't think you need a lot on the top. You are nothing like anybody else. Because I've lost so much lip pigment. As I've got older, I've lost lip pigment and lip definition, and you actually haven't.
I'm not sure. It's just because I've had that Dr. Sam's on, I think. I've had something on my lips, and now I've taken it off, and it's brought the blood to the surface.
Well, I'm only going to put a tiny weeny bit at these edges just to define the shape a little bit. And then a tiny bit just underneath. And then the piece de resistance. This is your ride or die, isn't it?
It is.
And it's from MUA, and it's in the shade
Heroic.
So very, very affordable. And then we're going to add a little bit of a topper over the top to make my mum feel a little bit more special. Also, this will add a bit of hydration and moisturisation to the lips. So the Heroic, you probably won't need to reapply lots and lots and lots throughout the day. This one, you possibly will. So this is the Vive Lip Dew in the shade Rosa. So it is slightly pinkier than Heroic, but very, very subtle. Very subtle. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shine without making the lips look jammy. You like that?
Has it gone on my teeth?
No.
Yes, I do. I'm wondering whether it should be paler.
Do you think?
Well, just because my eyes are sort of...
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, well, I'm happy with it. Very happy.
Do you want
with
to
it.
blot and see if we can get it a little bit
No.
lighter?
No.
I think that's a very healthy colour.
It's lovely.
I don't think your lips might disappear if it's a bit lighter.
And
And I don't think it'd look like you.
No, I don't suppose so.
So I am going to put a bit of a picture on my Instagram when my mum has her full outfit on, because she doesn't want to disclose the dress at the moment.
Well, I haven't made my mind
Very
up properly.
sneaky. There was only one option, but now there's two options.
Yeah.
So I will post a picture, a full-length picture of what you look like on the wedding day. And she's going to look absolutely stunning. I've seen one of the dresses, I'm yet to see the other one. But no mention of colours yet. But we have gone very neutral, just in case there's a bit of a pop of colour with the dress or the trousers or whatever. What are your thoughts?
I think it's really pretty.
Did you like anything taking away, anything adding?
No, absolutely nothing. I think the eyes are just incredible. Whether I can do that, I have no idea.
You can.
But I'll try my best.
Just take your time.
I'll
Take your
get
time.
up very early in the morning.
You look beautiful. You look really special.
Oh, thank you.
Without looking overdone.
That's what I didn't want. I didn't want overdone. I just want as natural as possible, but as if I've made an effort.
Yes.
And that's it. It's lovely. Those eyes are just incredible. Really lifted here.
Yeah.
Which is, that's quite clever.
So that's just when we added a little bit of the, I think it was the NARS, on the lower lash line.
Yeah.
About 2 to 3 millimeters worth.
Yeah.
And then blended it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just to lift a little bit.
I'll have to look at my brushes and get all the right brushes out now. I'll bring them over next time and you can tell me which ones I need to use.
What are you going to do now though, Mum?
What, now that, I know, I haven't got anything to do.
You're all dressed up.
I know, I've only got housework to do.
Boring.
It's not right, is it? No, it's not right at all.
Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you found this interesting. And I love doing your makeup. I like to watch you do your makeup as well, because I like to see how you do it when I'm not doing it. But hopefully you can recreate this if you like it.
I love it, and I will.
Yeah, let us know what you thought about this video in the comments section. Do you like the finished look? Would you have done anything differently? Let me know. And yeah, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give this video a share before you leave, and I hope to see you all in the next video.